was actually getting ready to record and start the vlog today, and then this happened. So now I'm standing on the porch hiding from the rain, like a thunderstorm out of nowhere. Take a look. You guys can see there's clear sky over here, and then I don't know what happened over here. At least we're gonna have to wait until the rain calms down a little bit. I had some good plans today, but I just don't think that's gonna happen right now. Holy crap, that looks so scary over there. Almost funnel cloud-like. Look at those clouds. That is definitely scary stuff. Look how black those clouds are compared to the ones that are over here. So I've tried to start this vlog off like 3 or 4 times, and it just keeps raining on and off like every couple of minutes. And if you look above me, you'll see it's still sunny out, partially. It's like a sun shower. But if you look behind me, you see some scary clouds, somewhat movie-like clouds that are almost surreal. All right, guys, so it's been nonstop rain for 2 straight days. Finally, the thunder, the lightning, and the heavy wind has let up, but it's still lightly raining outside, and I'm gonna be taking the red eye out anyway. We're gonna go for a drive. Want to go to a Ford dealership that's a couple hours away. As I spoke to them on the phone, I want to see if they're really gonna offer MSRP pricing. I'm gonna walk in there, talk to them about potentially building a custom order for the GT500. I just want to see, is everybody truly going to be charging a markup, or is that just kind of hype on the internet? I want to know what's really going on with the GT500. So my goal here is to see if the Ford dealerships are just trying to bait us to come in and sit down with them to buy a car, to see if we're gonna order the GT500 and then tack on all this ridiculous money on MSRP. Is that really the case or not? That's why I've called 2 different dealerships that are well known for their high allocations of GT350 and GT500s in the past, and they're only about 45 minutes away from each other. I'm gonna try to go to both if I can, but in the very least, I spoke to both dealerships on the phone. One of them said they would not charge above MSRP, and the other one said I had to go in and see them in person. So we're gonna try to go to both if we can. If not, we're at least gonna go to the one that said they won't gouge me on the MSRP pricing. And I wanna see if they change their mind once I'm in the dealership. I wanna see if this is really baiting a customer to go in, or if they're really gonna sell the GT500 at MSRP. So, he's singing right above me. That's not good, you know what I mean? So, you see here, like, I've always loved the old Boss Mustangs. Not even old, but it's like 6 years old. And this one's only got like 2,000 miles or 3,000 miles on it. And it's gorgeous. And when you look at it, it's just eye candy, to say the least. It really is just eye candy to look at a Boss 302, but just for comparison's sake, when you look at the new Mustang GT, you can see the difference in how much went into it and how much more refined Mustang has become over the years. When you compare it side by side, you can see the back fender flares are more widened for, you know, track and cornering and handling. You can see how far the rear quarter panels stick out versus the old model over there, and how much more refined the rear end is. Like, I just think if you compare them side by side, the 18 looks much better, even though I like the old ones too, and I owned a 2007, but you really just can't compare the modern Mustang. It's such a great step moving forward. I just really love it. The front end looks great. I'm still on the fence about which is better between 18 or 15, which was the first years of each. But like I said, comparing it to the old Mustang, this Mustang, as nice as it looks, still looks kind of dated by comparison because of how much progression they've made with the Mustang. Everybody's really come a long way with American cars, and it's a great time to be a car person, that's for sure. Right, Cody? For sure. All right, guys, so I just left the dealership. Wow, craziness. Yeah, let's just say that we have some things to discuss here. It's just a little dark, so I'm gonna wait till I get back in my garage, but I'm definitely disappointed, to say the least. Okay, so we drove several hours out of town to a couple of different Ford dealerships, and then We stopped in at a more local Ford dealership who were much more kind and talking to us about different pricing. They were upfront about it. The dealership that I actually stopped at that's closer to my house said there may be a markup. They're not sure yet, but they were very open about it and very nice and like I said, forthcoming. They weren't trying to hide anything. However, the other Ford dealerships we stopped at were not so forthcoming, and we had to kind of pry information out, and they were trying to hide the fact that they were going to be marking up the GT500. Now, one of the dealerships we stopped at, that I'm not going to mention who they are because, let's face it, if I mention them, even negative publicity is still publicity. So I'm not going to mention either of those dealerships because I don't want to give them any publicity because they're marking up these vehicles at an insane rate. One of the dealerships told me that we're probably looking around $90,000. The other one said about $85,000 to $90,000. That's a $20,000 markup on a base GT500, not the race version or the track version of the car. The base model GT500, 90 grand, not gonna happen. Very few people are gonna pay for that. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, why they're getting away with doing this is just unbelievable. We just decided, look, we're gonna go home and maybe we'll stop at one more on the way back, which we did. And the third dealership that we stopped at, we stayed there until closing, and we met one of the guys over there who was really nice and stopped and talked with us. And we're not sure if they're gonna mark up the GT500 or not, as the manager wasn't there, but they were really forthcoming and said that they had slight markups on the GT350, but nothing compared to the other dealerships. So this dealership seems like it's the better of the three and the only one that seemed fair. So it's really gonna be tough to find a GT500 at MSRP, it seems. Of course, there are going to be dealerships out there giving away these cars at MSRP. I said giving away like they're giving it away for free, but there are dealerships that are going to do it at MSRP. Let's face it, there are some, but I'm willing to bet only 2 or 3 out of 10 are probably going to do this. The car is great, it's beautiful, it's going to perform. Definitely not worth that kind of an insane markup. Like, why? Why? $30,000? That is like insane. Think about that. That is almost 50% of the vehicle's original cost added on top. Not worth it. Are you out of your mind, Ford? Are you crazy? What are you thinking? Seriously. $30,000 on a $70,000 car. That's like going to buy a 570 McLaren for 190 grand. They mark that up an extra $90,000. Like, who would pay $300,000 for a 570 when for 50 grand more you could get 720? Like, for 100 grand, you know how much car I could get for $100,000? An ACR Viper used. I could pick up a Hellcat loaded and have 20 grand left over. I could buy a C8 Corvette and have 30 grand left over. I could have a GTR for about 10 grand more. Like, seriously, like, it's a GT500. It's still a Mustang. I'm a previous owner of Mustangs. I have a GT500. No Mustang is worth $100,000. It's just not, period. I don't care. If you agree with me, that's great. If you don't, sorry, it's not worth it. Now, there have been comments that said, hey, the GT500 is not the only car getting marked up. The C8 Corvette's gonna get marked up as well. And that's true. You're gonna find Chevy dealerships, a lot of them, that are gonna mark up the C8 Corvette. But if you really compare them side by side, I'm willing to bet there's gonna be a lot more GT500s getting marked up than the C8s. And even though the C8 is gonna be mass produced by comparison to the GT500, if you're stopping for the first time, subscribe, thumbs up, comment below. What do you guys think of today's video? I want to hear what you guys think. Share this video with everyone and talk with me in the comments below, as I want to talk about the GT500 and the C8 with you guys. I respond to all my subscribers. You guys know that's the way I do things. If you want to support the channel, check out drivewithdemons.com. Get your key tags, hoodies, t-shirts, and more over at drivewithdemons.com. I have a big giveaway coming up next week. I'm going to announce that. Stay tuned for the giveaway video. It's going to be fantastic. Also, check me out over on Twitch, twitch.tv, Drive with Demons After Hours Gaming over there, and my brother's channel, This Can't Be Happening, all lowercase, one word. He's got a new project car, so check out his channel. You guys have already seen that video on my channel. Lots of things to come for his new project vehicle, the Tiburon. It's going to be a lot of fun. All kinds of stuff coming on the Red Eye, the rematch with Mike at Street Speed in his ZR1. Lots of things coming from the Red Eye prior to that, and also a dyno tune is coming. That video very soon, guys, so stay tuned for that. Thank you so much to everybody who's watching. Like I said, share, don't skip the ads, support the channel. We'll see you on the next upload. Take care and have a great night.